Hey guys, Troy here, back with another video today. You guys really seem to enjoy my last soccer video where I compared Prism rookies to true rookies. And that kind of gave me an idea for a video today. I'm going full YouTuber and I'm coming up with series ideas now. So this one is going to be called Card Showdown, where we compare two cards and I give my opinion on which one you should buy. We have two big cards. We have Ja Morant Prism PSA 10 and Zion Williamson Prism PSA 10. And I promise, I'm not gonna do this every video, but while I'm going full YouTuber, I might as well get this in real quick. So actually at the start of the video this time, I'm gonna ask you guys to please like and subscribe. Subscribe if you're not a member of the channel already. I really appreciate it. It helps me grow. Because on my last video, 62% of the people watching are not subscribed. So once again, if you enjoy the channel, please do that now. I'd really appreciate it. And I promise, I'm done. I'm not gonna annoy you guys at the beginning of every video anymore. All right, so let's get straight into it. We're gonna look at the graph of Zion's Prism PSA 10. Got up to a high of $880 back in July and cooled off when he got eliminated from the bubble and just with the rest of the card market cooling off in general. Actually, some people even think that Zion's early elimination might have something to do with the overall market correction in general. But no one can ever know for sure exactly how true that is. So if you see here at the right end of the graph, his card has gotten down to $530 recently. And this graph is actually really useful. You can go all the way back to December of last year. And you can see the lowest his card ever got was $300. So once again, as I talked about in my other video on the basketball card market, definitely go check that out. If you're looking at guys like Luka or even Trae Young, you're paying a pretty hefty premium for them. You could have had their cards for a lot cheaper even just 3 or 4 months ago. Where if you look, Zion has been pretty steady around the $500 mark. Now, let's look at Ja Morant's graph. As you can see, similar, but a little different from Zion's. He got up to a high of $570 during the hype, during the bubble. And now he's down to almost exactly $400 even. But you still are paying a little bit of a premium. If you go to the left of the graph, back in June, you could have got this card for $275. So not as much of a premium as some of the other cards we've looked at, but you're not getting the same price like you are with Zion. Because Ja Morant, in a lot of senses, his card prices have kind of caught up to Zion over the past couple months. But that's enough with the graph analysis. If we were to make our decisions on buying strictly based on what the graphs look like, we might as well just turn this into a stock trading channel. So let's get into the type of players they are. Ja Morant is supremely talented, super athletic, super dynamic, has all the skill and the talent in the world. Also, as I mentioned in one of my other videos, very, very high basketball IQ, which to me makes him special. We've seen a ton of high-scoring, athletic, dynamic guards who it's very clear they in no way can lead a team. Russell Westbrook. But Ja Morant is different. He can be the #1 option on a championship team. He has a long, long way to go, don't get me wrong. But I think he really is a leader on top of being an exciting, dynamic scoring player. Now, Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson averaged almost 23 points per game last year in a fairly small sample size. But when he was out there, he played pretty well. People act like either one, he's shown absolutely nothing, like they act like he didn't even play this year or something, or like he's bull and he had one good scrimmage game and everyone's overreacting. Now, let's not get it twisted. The injury and weight concerns are huge, a very, very big deal, and they worry me a lot. Ja Morant has injury concerns too, but I just think Zion has the potential to be a complete game changer if he ever gets to full strength. This may sound a little disrespectful because I'm a huge Ja Morant fan. I believe he is special, but in the NBA, to an extent, guards are a dime a dozen. Like, I don't think people realize, especially maybe some of the younger people who are getting into basketball a little bit more now, how good Damian Lillard and someone like Chris Paul is. Those guys are so good, and they haven't had really any postseason success at all. And Ja Morant's situation is good, But there's nothing really that makes me think this Memphis team will be a real contender anytime soon, especially out in the West. So that kind of brings me to my verdict. Once again, personal opinion, feel free to leave yours down below. It actually might help me make my mind up of what player I'll be looking to buy. So for my winner, I'm gonna go with Zion Williamson. Because as we saw, you're not really paying much of a premium for him, and his price is very, very similar to Ja Morant right now. And let's be very clear, this is potential. It's still potential, but Zion has the higher ceiling for me to be a hugely impactful player who you can build around and can change the game on offense and defense. Like, I really could see him playing center for stretches in a final matchup because you can't bully Zion in the post. And imagine how scary that would be. Zion running the 5 and you have some talent around him. I'm not sure how you stop that. Not to mention the fact that whether you agree with it or not, hype is a huge part of the hobby and what prices rise. And people love Zion, and more importantly, the NBA loves Zion. He's gonna be front and center in any kind of promotional material, videos. He's gonna get his own Jordan shoe, especially if he does something like in the next 2 years make an all-star game. And for Ja Morant, there's injury concerns there as well. Just look at the way he jumps, the way how aggressive he plays, how he lands. Unfortunately, it would not be the first time we've seen a high-flying guard get injured. And a lot of times when they've played their whole life with that athleticism, it's hard to transition after an injury. I also think at the very least on Zion, as I've mentioned before, you will see a sharp rise in his prices at the beginning of next season. So I think you'll be able to get out, make some profit, and maybe hedge your bets in a sense. And you'll probably be able to do the same thing with Ja, but I don't think you'll see the same rise that we're gonna see from Zion prices at the beginning of next year. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Let me know what you think down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're gonna keep the videos coming. Thanks again.